Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Another happy landing. Hello there.
What's up, everybody? I'm Big Lovin, and this is Don DellaSnooch. Welcome to the Escape Pod, episode 85, The Eternals, History and Movie Review.
Yeah.
Clankety clank, bitch.
What is going down?
A little bit of that Corona.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes pretty good.
Mm.
Tasted pretty sensational.
I knew a girl like that in high school.
Ooh, she tasted sensational.
Sensationable.
Fantastical.
Yeah, there we go.
Big words. I like to use them sometimes.
Yeah. Birds are cool.
Words are fun.
So we got brand new mics this week.
Hell yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Because, we had to.
Yeah. We did.
Says Don.
Clearly.
Clearly, we needed to upgrade our mics.
No, actually, it's been something I've been wanting to do, and an opportunity popped up where the stuff that we wanted to buy was on sale, and we could get it 24 months interest free.
Yes.
So it was one of those deals where opportunity met availability, and
We're swung for the fences.
yeah, we went ahead and did it all.
Hell yeah. No, they're nice though. I mean, like between the mics and the mic stands, like you can feel the weight of the quality.
Right. We went from some stuff that you could get on Amazon to the kind of stuff that you would hope you had if you were going to start a show.
Oh, we sound orgasmic now.
It sounds orgasmic.
That's fantastic.
I was going to ask you guys out there, because you can be a better judge. How's the volume? Does it need to be louder? Is the volume right?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're not getting too crazy yet, but we will get crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, I can go way louder.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Yeah. So what'd you get into this week, buddy?
I don't know, but you just made me moist.
Oh, moist.
Yes.
Yes, moist. Such a great word.
Such a great word for all the small boys and girls out there. What did I get into this past week? Let's see. Saturday worked, got out of work, flew over to Northwest High School, and girls had cheerleading competition. Took second place. It's pretty awesome. They did good. I was proud of them. They did really good. There was one team that I think the team that got third. I was like, how in God's name did they even place? Like, somebody was being very generous.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't them bitches from a couple weeks ago.
No, it wasn't them bitches from a couple weeks ago. But I don't know. This I can't tell with judging sometimes. It's hard. It's so subjective. Or objective, or dejective, or rejective, or whatever.
Subjective is the word you were
subjective. Subjective. I like to use big words that I don't understand sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times.
Oh, I got Lunar Girl screaming my name over me saying moist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you do that.
Fantastic.
Yeah, she's not a fan.
No, so that was Saturday, did that, and I think after that I went home. I ended up taking a nap.
Yeah,
because that's what I do.
No naps.
That's what I do. The wife and kids went over and saw Aunt Nancy over at Aunt Betty's house, so that was what they did. But I was not a part of that. I had to have a nap, because I had to work. I had to work Sunday morning, so I worked Sunday, and then I think it was. What all did I do Sunday? I was supposed to go over to Ron's, but Ron had something going on, so I didn't end up going to Ron's. And I had to watch the kids, take care of kids. That's always on the list.
Yeah, I didn't get invited over to Ron.
No, that was just for me.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't for you. Mm-hmm. But don't worry, it didn't happen. Son of a bitch.
Oh, Alan says Don's voice sounds so much deeper, kinda sexy.
Sexy in a sultry way.
Doesn't that sound Moist mini
Thank you, Zori. Zori loves naps.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people like naps. I'm just saying that me and Lunar Girl definitely agree that there is no time in a day for naps.
There's all the time. There's 24 hours worth of time for naps in the day. 24 hours.
No.
Yeah, do the math on that.
No, there's 5 hours a day for sleep.
That's ridiculous.
2 hours a day
I can't. No.
for eating. And the rest of the time is all work.
5 hours of sleep and 2 hours worth of eating?
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a while to have a good meal.
I mean, not really. I can just scarf it down.
An hour and a half.
Oh my God.
That's a half an hour a meal. I can't even acknowledge that either because I have breakfast kind of while I'm working and getting ready to.
Exactly.
I don't stop for that.
Exactly.
5
hours of sleep is not healthy, dude.
It's not healthy.
Whatever. Take a nap. Your fucking body will love you for it.
Most often I get about 7 hours, to be honest.
And no nap.
No nap though.
Like a sick bastard.
There's no fucking time for naps.
Like a sick bastard.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who you're blinking at. I'm the blinky one.
Fucker. Fucker.
I gotta take this off.
Oh, that's what I did before the show, bro.
Yeah.
It was necessary. It got warm in here.
To be honest with you, like from the waist down, cold.
Well, it's because you're not wearing pants.
Well, so?
I'm not wearing pants either, but that's why I'm saying it's a little chilly from the waist down.
You can't do pantsless hugs without.
Well,
with
I know
pants
your
on.
pants have to be off to do a pantsless hug. It's fair enough. And sometimes that's how we get hype before the show.
Yeah.
Pantsless hugs.
Hypeless hugs. Wait.
Oh, what? Hypeless hugs?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
With no pants. That's weird.
Yeah, it was a moment.
Totally fucking gone. So, hey, enough about me. What about you?
I did a lot of work.
Yeah.
I went to my work, and I did work there. Although some people would disagree with that, but I'm going to maintain that I did work while I was at work.
Well.
Then on Tuesday, I had orientation for my new second job. So there's that. And all of the rest of the time I spent putting in new flooring in my mom and dad's new
Audition.
How do you say this without sounding like a douchebag? But their wing, I guess.
Yeah, dude.
It's
Their
really
wing.
just a big room, but whatever.
The dad wing.
The dad wing. Get to the dad wing.
To the dad wing. I love it, dude. I can't wait to go see the dad wing.
Me and
There's a chandelier.
Richie, the King Armbruster,
yes.
went to see Michigan beat the shit out of Indiana at the big house on Saturday. It was
At
a night game
yeah.
and it was cold.
Yes, it was.
From
From my understanding, you wore a whole snowmobile outfit.
Yeah, I kind of did. I don't fuck around with getting cold. I know lots of people are like, "Hey, you're overdoing it," but I was never so warm that I felt like taking it off the snow pants. They're not really snow pants. They're more of a windbreaker with a liner.
Right.
And I had my coat on, but it was unzipped, and I was very happy the whole time. About halftime, Richie was like, "Yeah, my blue jeans, and starting to go through my blue jeans. I'm getting a little chilly."
No, I'm sure, dude.
And I says, "That's why I wore these fucking." I'm that guy though. I'm Mr. fucking overprepared.
Yeah, you are.
And
got
people are
everything.
like, "Well, it's too much. Well, I can take these fuckers off if I want."
Yeah. He's got the bad belt.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. That about wraps up my week, other than you and me saw Eternals.
Hell yeah, we did. It was good.
We are going to talk about Eternals.
It was good. So know that.
We're going to talk about the history of Eternals in this show for most of the body of the show. And then at the end, we'll get into a spoilery review of the show. But we're going to let you know before we get spoilery that we're going to get
Before
spoilery.
we just start throwing around all
Yeah.
the spoilers, just flanging it,
So
flanging it.
don't get worried if you haven't seen it yet. We'll let you know before it's time to leave.
No, that's what we're gonna do.
That's what.
Why would you lie to the people?
I wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
I wouldn't do.
I mean,
that.
we would tell you shit that we're totally gonna forget about.
right.
That
right.
we would do.
Yes.
Because we do that shit all the time. I go back and listen to an episode, and I'm like, we never paid that off.
Speaking of which, I have a stack of
Speaking of which, go.
stickers I gotta eventually send out.
Speaking of which, are we doing the draw today?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Are you serious, bro?
Yes, I'm serious. I forgot to do the fucking spreadsheet. It's gonna go one more week, guys.
You are fucking ridiculous.
And you haven't started the cup because we don't know who's gonna win, right?
Yeah, I try to do it for the people. For the people.
I know. Next week, I'm almost assuredly promising.
Wow.
And then you'll have all the way across Thanksgiving break to get the cup done.
Yeah. You're ridiculous. He really
Sorry,
let a lot
guys,
of
I'm
people
not
down.
great at stuff.
He really let a lot of people down.
Yeah, I did. Either way, it's been a busy week. If all that doesn't cover,
Chantel wants stickers.
Chantel wants stickers.
Yes, she does.
Shipping stickers to Florida is crazy because Ron DeSantis has put a surcharge of like $85 per sticker.
Whoa.
So we don't do that
We
down to
don't.
Florida.
We don't do that to Florida. Sorry, Chantel, you lose.
I'm just fucking kidding.
He is so silly. He's so silly with his jokes.
I'll probably just bring him with me down to Florida when we go down there in 2 weeks, and I'll hand deliver them to you.
Oh, you're going to be in Miami?
No, but she's coming up to Orlando.
To visit you?
No, she just so happens to be.
Oh, at the same time.
Yeah, she's going to be
I was
spending.
going to say, specifically, that's awesome. Red 5 people rock. But
Right.
no, then I realized Red 5 people are pieces of shit. Way to go, Chantel.
Yeah, she's
No,
going
I'm
to
just
be.
joking.
She's going to be doing a little bit of Disney time. So,
Oh, Disney time's always a good time.
it so happens to be when I'm going to be in town, and the standing plan is we're going to try and meet up for dinner in Disney Springs.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought you guys were going to hand off the stickers like a drug deal.
Oh, that would be so sweet.
That would be so awesome. And then cops catch you and like, what were you doing? You're
Yeah.
like, they're just stickers, man.
Yep, I'll like palm them and I'll
Yes.
slide them over her hand, and we'll just be about our way
Yes.
and see if like the Disney cops come get us.
Oh, this is such a great idea.
That's a good plan, Chantel. I am not a fan of Thanksgiving either.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I like seeing some of my family, and I like eating some of the food, but all the major Thanksgiving staples don't do a fucking thing for me.
That's fair. That's fair.
Do you have the stuff? I got the stuff. As always, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and all your favorite podcasting apps. Check out the Red 5 Network for all kinds of excellent podcasts like the Sidebar Cantina that had a show about 80s gadgets this week.
Yes, they did.
It was really good.
Good stuff.
And a Star Wars Journey with Ashley and Brandy that finally got back around to The Mandalorian.
It's about time they got some love.
That was where they were headed in the first place. They wanted to catch up on everything to get to The Mandalorian. And they're at The Mandalorian.
They finally got there.
They did.
Bravo. Bravo.
Well done. Well done.
I love it. I love it. If you're listening to this as an audio podcast, please consider joining us live on Wednesday nights on YouTube at youtube.com/c/ATSW the Escape Pod. All one word.
Dragon Buddy. Cops be like, I want bucket stickers. Please join us at patreon.com. Search ATSW the Escape Pod. Just like Steve Long did this week.
Yes, he did.
He searched the creator bar and decided to support our show and get in on the exclusive escape crate
That we still haven't drawn
that we
for.
still haven't drawn for.
But we're going to draw.
Definitely.
One year. 1 year.
One
1
year.
year. Might be
after-
2023, but we'll draw for it.
Mhm.
Because this fucking guy.
Yep.
Please visit our store on tpublic.com. Search ATSW The Escape Pod. Make sure you scroll down and look at all the random goodies like coffee mugs, stickers, tote bags, in addition to sweet t-shirts and hoodies.
Yeah. The tote bag is particularly sweet.
You don't have it with you, do you?
I think it's way over there.
Yeah,
it's
it's
in
far.
here, but it's over
far.
there. It is particularly sweet, though.
It is a staple of the studio.
Yeah, definitely.
It's always in here.
Follow us at ATSW The Escape _ The Escape Pod on Instagram and at The Escape Perd.
The Escape Herd.
Escape.
Welcome to the Escape Herd.
The Escape Pod on Twitter. And join the ATSW The Escape Pod Facebook group because that's where most of the shenanigans happen.
Yeah, and you can post your shenanigans in the Escape Pod, and we can have a shenanigan of a good time.
Shenanigananigans.
Shenanigananigans.
So this is what we got going on here. In the chat, we got Lunar Girl, Dragon Buddy, Chantel, a Mandalorian,
Hell yeah.
Zori Blissful.
Oh yeah.
I know I see more people.
Maybe that's all you saw because they're just having a good conversation.
Just Jen is in the chat. Jess in the chat. Alice, and Wonderland. Nope. Alan Press Play Studios is in the chat. I don't know where Alice came from.
Jason Roscom is now in the chat.
Ooh, Roscom's in the chat. You know
and
what?
you know what's unfortunate for Jason Roscom? He said he has a rare form of body dysmorphia in which he absolutely can't stand how good he looks.
Oh, that's
That's
a weird
just
thing.
awful because when you're that hideous and you think you're that good looking, it's like
your head's all misshapen and
Yeah.
bubbled up.
yeah, it's like, hey you guys.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Ashley and Brandy's in the chat. And like I said, just Jen's in the chat. And hey, you guys.
Hey you guys, Sloth is in the chat.
Sloth is in the chat. He's real pretty.
He's a nice guy though.
I mean, it's a face that only a mother could love.
Yeah, it's kind of like Jason Roscom's face.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Want to get into the standard shout outs?
The shout outs prepare. First and foremost, always got to give a shout out to the Sidebar Cantina. That is the mothership. That is David Jason. That is the New Jersey Delphians. That is the homies. They are doing their thing. Like my man DellaSnooch said, they just did a show on 80s gadgets. I was not there live. I'm still 2 hours into the fucking episode and it's not over. But that's how I love my Sidebar Cantina episodes. I love them extra long, thick, girthy.
And a little, they take little tangents, so it's long. But crooked.
It's crooked, but then it gets back on track. But then, yeah, it's bad. It's bad, but I love it. I love it. What?
Jason Roscom just said something in the chat that you had to be here for. If you are not in the chat, you should be here every week.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, that's gold. That is fucking gold.
You're right. I don't want to let nobody on that one. That one's fantastic.
No, you had to be there for that.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Did you tell this guys about Sweet and all of his?
No,
studios?
I haven't even got to use and abuse with Kim and Scott and all their shenanigans.
Yeah, the 2 for Tuesdays.
But they didn't do 2 for Tuesdays this Tuesday.
No, they didn't.
Stuff came up.
Well, the internet went down
Again. Fucking internet.
Comcast has managed to fuck the Midwest out of internet for the better part of like 3 or 4 weeks, and this off and on. I don't know what they got going on, but it's not good.
It's true.
See, Jason is right. Masturbation is just having sex with the person you love the most.
You're damn right.
Yeah. And nobody loves you better than you.
That's just giving yourself a really long hug.
Self-care, I like to call it.
I self-care, really long hug.
Yeah.
Same difference.
I put this one hand up over like this, and then I call this one the backhanded stranger.
You can reach?
Yeah.
You've got monkey arms.
Yeah, they're long arms.
Next, we have Big Sweet for Big Sweet's Excellent Adventure and Tactical Sweet and Sweet Reacts on YouTube, and I'm going to throw shit at you. Stop.
This one's called the backhanded compliment.
That's ridiculous.
Carry on.
I can't carry on. I'm done.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Sweet react to that.
You ruined Swedes. Swad Swoodle
Oh,
about Swat and Swood.
20 minutes into it, we're ruining Swood.
We're ruining Swood. It's the worst, dude.
Yeah. Patreon shout out Scott and Kim Rasmussen, Big Swede, Jenna Jess Bolt, Lunar Girl and Dragon Buddy, DJ Red 4, Richie the King Armbruster, Kristen Roscom, Backyard TARDIS, who just recently got into the chat, Mandalorian, Darius Payne, newcomer Steve Long, Eric Dub Williams, Philly Dave Martin, and as always, Nostalgia Inc. sponsors the Escape Crate.
Hell yeah.
We are so happy.
I haven't seen DJ Red 4 in a minute.
No, he's been busy. He's been on the Red 5 chat group plenty.
Right.
But he's been busy with his evenings. There's lots of things happening.
Lots of things happens, man. Lots of things happen. Well, I hope all is well, brother. Hope you're taking care of your business, my man.
So I swung into Nostalgia Inc. today to pick up the next batch of goodies for the Escape Crate. And I realized I hadn't been in there in a little while when they handed me a stack of comic books for my pull list, ringing in at $35.
Oh, I'm not looking forward to mine. I'm going in there tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. You haven't been in a minute either.
Yeah.
They said.
Yeah. I talked to Tim. Tim messaged me on Facebook. He's like, hey, man, we're just making sure you're still coming in. It's like, yeah, dude, just life has gotten in the way.
Oh, Jason is just being a dick in the chat now. Wow. I don't even know how to respond to that.
It's awful.
Yeah, so there's lots of things for you at Nostalgia Inc. I am going to not sign up for some new things for a while after some of these books that I have are done, because I have about 30 comic books that I'm behind on right now.
Yeah, no, I don't even want to get into it.
It's not good. And picking up this second job, I don't see a scenario where I'm going to have time to burn through 30 comic books.
No pun intended.
No.
For the joke in the chat.
Yeah, there's a burn going on.
Yeah, there is.
That's Old Man Johnson. He's probably talking about when he pees.
No, that's definitely what he's talking about.
That's going to burn.
It's movie time. Movie time. It's movie time. Movie time.
I did the dancing.
Yeah, I let you do it all.
I know. I watched.
Yeah, I wasn't ready.
You weren't?
No.
Oh, do you want me to do it again?
I didn't see you click the thing, and then you were like, clickety clack. And then I was like, oh, and he's doing all the day. And then, movie time. Oh, okay, he's doing all the dancing. So, yeah, I didn't know that was going to happen. I just want to let you have it all.
You did.
You took it all. You were
face, neck, and chest.
You were just like, oh, it's so sticky.
Movie time.
Oh, so sticky. Gal Gadot joins Disney's Snow White live action remake as the evil queen. Nice. She's going to be a sexy evil queen.
I got to tell you, I give almost no fucks about this movie. I will watch it because it's got Gal Gadot in it.
Yeah, you will. Yeah.
I felt the same way about the ones that had Angelina Jolie in it.
Malnificent.
Malformed.
Malnificent.
Malfoy.
Draco
Malfoy, the movie.
The movie with Angelina Jolie.
Yes. I can watch almost anything with Angelina Jolie in it. And honestly, at this point, it's not even because I find her all that terribly sexy. I just like watching her act, I guess.
Yeah.
Lunar Girl says Maleficent was good. I think that it was a movie.
I only seen bits and pieces of it, so I can't speak on the whole thing.
Yeah, my wife's a big fan, though.
Yeah.
So Black Panther 2 filming shut down this past week until 2022 over Letitia Wright's injury. She had injured her ankle in a wire, wire work scene.
Right.
And apparently it is not healing well, and she is still not able to do some of the stuff she needs to do.
Oh, that's not good.
No,
That's not good.
they filmed everything that they can film without her, and now they just got to wait for her to heal up. So I think they're going to give her, like 90 days or 60 days and come back to it.
Well, hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully that can make everything streamlined for what they're creating, and it looks smooth when we get to see the end results for whatever's happening.
Yeah, definitely.
So I just want the best product out there.
I don't know if Old Man Johnson is calling you a Dutch rudder, Brady.
Yeah.
Or he's making a request.
No, he needs to help facilitate this.
Yeah. I think if you're going to call out that somebody needs a Dutch rudder, you need to be willing to fucking do it yourself.
Yeah, no, he's not willing to help me out, man. He's supposed to be my fucking friend.
Yeah, all you got to do is hold his elbow.
Yeah, that's all you've got to do. I'll handle the rest.
Right.
You just shake the elbow.
It's not even offensive to you because it's not your hand.
No.
Right.
That's all he needs to do, but he won't do it.
Yeah, he's a bad friend.
It's going to happen when we go to Vegas.
I think so. What happens in Vegas?
We'll be told on the pod.
And really,
because everybody needs to know about the Dutch rudder.
You just go around in a circle because it's all the one.
Exactly. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah,
we're going nowhere, just in a circle.
Yeah, it's all cyclical.
Well, you ready for me to read this next one? You okay?
Yeah, I can't talk about your Dutch rudder no more.
Okay, it's some serious shit, man.
It's serious.
And I'm upset that this guy who's supposed to be one of my best friends won't fucking help me out.
He said he had a contractor for that. I don't think you do.
No, Pat doesn't count.
Oh.
Pat, I know will do it. Pat's a good friend.
Yeah, Pat's a good guy.
Pat's like, you know what? I got you.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Ron's like, ew, I'm scared.
Yeah. It's good enough for union work.
Jeez. Put fire in my butthole so I can watch my farts glow.
Would you tell us about Emilio Estevez?
Emilio Estevez will not return for the Mighty Ducks Game Changers Season 2.
And for that reason, I'm out.
As long as the story makes sense, I'm still going to give it a chance because I love the Mighty Ducks. Elon Musk?
Elon Musk was Emilio Estevez was the thing about the Mighty Ducks that I liked. Don't get me wrong, like anybody can enjoy a movie about a fucking underdog that fucking wins whatever. Like,
go team, go.
I'm not saying that that's not the case still, but the reason why I like those movies is because of Emilio Estevez. So what I hear happened is Emilio got kind of that long haul COVID, and I don't know furthermore what happened, but I think he doesn't want to get the vaccine. And he believes that he's plenty vaccinated because he got the bad COVID.
Right.
But I don't know.
Right.
Some of the news coming out of that is a little bit wishy-washy. Star Wars Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron got delayed indefinitely due to scheduling conflicts.
Hey, that kind of thing happens.
Just
means we have to wait a little bit longer.
Yeah. I'm not sure that I like that. I was really looking forward to this movie.
I'm looking forward to it too. It sucks that I have to wait, but if there's reasons that things can't be put together right in the time that they're expecting them to, then don't waste, let's not waste time. Let's push it off. That sucks for the people who want to see it, but let's push it off so we can make it when we can put everybody's full attention to it.
Yeah.
So I'd much rather have that happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I just bummed out because I was looking forward to watching that movie.
Yeah.
Especially since she comes from that background that, fighter pilots and all that running her family. And I was like, this is going to be good.
Oh yeah, no, I still think it's going to be good.
I think Dub's talking about Aaron. What's his face? We're not going to talk about until later.
What happened? Okay.
Let's just talk about the next article.
Okay. James Gunn officially announces Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 production start.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I
I'm
can't
all
wait
for
that too.
Yeah, I can't wait for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That's gonna be freaking awesome. Can't wait for this. Can't wait for the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Soundtracks are always killer.
The soundtracks are always great. I have enjoyed the last two. The first one, of course, I think was the best. But I really did enjoy the other one, the second one. Netflix has greenlit Squid Game Season 2. That was confirmed by the creator of Squid Game.
Still haven't jumped on the Squid Game bandwagon.
No,
I haven't done it.
and I don't know if I'm going to.
I don't think I'm going to either.
I think I'm just too busy, and the cat's already out of the bag. So I know the what and the when and the why, and I don't know if I have time to see it.
I don't know if I really have a want to see it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't, from what I've seen, it doesn't look like it's something appealing to me.
I like the premise.
Okay.
It's a relatively brilliant premise. It's almost very Running Man-esque.
Yeah. Yeah. Very much Running Man.
Yep.
Which was cooler because it had Arnold.
Arnold.
I am Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh.
Could you imagine, though, if they'd have picked up Arnold for this and there was Arnold and like
all the rest of the
200 Korean dudes?
That's fantastic. And he's just mowing them all down.
Yeah.
I'm
Arnold,
hitting them on
and
the
you're
top
like,
of the head, and they're
"Oh,
like
what's it called?"
plunging into the ground.
Yeah.
Like wooden stakes.
Yep. Running around trying to stab each
Dunk,
other.
dunk, out, dunk, out, dunk, out.
It looked like that video game Pikmin.
Oh, that would be so great.
Yeah. Good
That'd
times.
be fantastical.
Well, it's time for.
Talk to me, Goose. What do you want to say?
It seems like there was one more thing in the movie genre that I wanted to get into.
And you just it's in your brain, but it's just buried.
Fucking. So let's just move on. It'll come back to me.
Power up.
I'm bad. Get over here.
Yes,
I still love that. It's put together really well.
it is.
It's
It
really
is.
put together.
The guy that edited that meant it.
He's a good dude.
Yep.
He's a good dude.
That was a real gamer.
Real gamer. He knows what the fuck's going on.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't fucking sugarcoat it.
Dub, no, we haven't talked about the Eternals yet. We're gonna get into the backstory on the Eternals, and then we're gonna get into the spoilers at the very end. So we'll let you know when to get out, so we don't ruin it for you.
Right.
Microsoft teases its next generation Xbox with a holographic display, quantum processor, and 1 million teraflops of power.
That's outrageous.
It's a
gimmick.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's a gimmick.
Yeah. Because we all know that if Microsoft were to do that, chances are the holographic display would break.
You and your fucking hate.
I said that just to fuck with him. We can move on.
Son of a bitch. Bioware releases new Mass Effect 4 teaser for N7 Day. I don't care.
You don't? Oh, you don't? You wouldn't?
No.
Mass Effect is a cool game, though.
No, it's not.
No?
I'm just saying that to see if I got your goat, but it didn't
You don't.
work. It didn't work. You don't really care about that game that much.
I've played it.
But not enough to be like, oh, you don't can say that.
Right.
Not enough.
Yep.
You don't love it that much.
Dragon Buddy, PlayStation 67 will be the same, but overheat a bit. Probably.
Amanda loves Mass Effect.
Andrew from the Science Fictionary in the chat. We can't even get the current Xbox. Why the fuck are we talking about the next gen?
Right. We can't even get, exactly. Current gen. Can't get it. Can't get it.
You know what? By the time you can get your hands on the current gen, Xbox. They'll probably be on the next gen.
Yeah.
So there's that.
It's ridiculous that it's still a thing.
Yep. And real quick, some new games coming out in November to look out for. Forza Horizon 5 is coming out. Battlefield 2024, Call of Duty Vanguard, and the new Skyrim Anniversary Edition is coming out.
Battlefield 2042.
What'd I say?
2024.
Right, which is much closer.
Wow.
Sorry about that.
Oh, hit the button.
Hit the button.
And now it's time for Sports Talk with your hosts, Dangerous Don Juan DellaSnooch, beautiful Brady Lovin, here on the Escape Pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do
Yep.
sometimes. I squeeze my eyes too tight. I can't see now. Can't read the shit on the fucking
That
monitor.
was funny.
Oh, no, it wasn't that
What
funny.
happened
It was
in
sad.
college
It was
football last
pathetic.
week? The college football that we care about.
You talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it?
You talk about it because you got things to say about it.
Michigan beat Indiana 29-7.
29-7.
And they only beat Indiana 29-7 because they left about 14 points on the field because they were really ineffective in the red zone, because I think they were just practicing some silly scheme options and it didn't exactly work out. Michigan State was beat by unranked Purdue,
Unranked.
40-29. And it really wasn't even close. Michigan State got a couple of calls again that helped him out, and Purdue just kind of pushed him around.
Hell yeah.
Now, that's the second time Purdue's done that to a top 5 team this season. So look out for Purdue. They're sneaky. Penn State beat Maryland 31-14. And as always, fuck Ohio State.
Fuck Ohio State.
That's what they say around here.
But guess what? Next week, Michigan plays PSU at noon.
At noon.
At
At
noon.
Penn State.
At Penn State. At noon.
At noon.
MSU plays Maryland at 4 p.m.
Yep.
And fuck Ohio State.
Yeah, fuck Ohio
Fuck Ohio State.
and Ohio State.
Ah, fuck them both.
Mm-hmm. So PJ Fleck signs a new 7-year deal at Minnesota for $35 million. That's pretty good for a dude that was just at Western rowing the boat.
Hell yeah.
But Minnesota's made some pretty good strides in the last couple of years.
Yeah, they have.
Like PJ Fleck is a difference maker. So pay him.
Pay the man.
All right, you get into this next one because I got thoughts.
Okay, so Aaron Rodgers finds himself in hot water after it comes out he lied about his vax status. Wisconsin health systems have pulled their sponsorships. And with that, I'll hand it to my man, Don.
So Aaron Rodgers, in his infinite ability to own the market, is one of the worst fucking human beings in all of professional sports. He managed to mislead his team, his fellow players, and his fan base that he had been vaxxed, which, whatever. Get the vax, don't get the facts, whatever. Just fucking own up to whatever it is that you did. If you're going to make a choice that affects everybody around you, at least have the balls to be like, yep, that's what I did.
Yep.
But this is the part that I just can't abide. He conducted himself in public spaces
As one.
who had been vaccinated. When he addressed the press, when he was in the locker room, when he was in the sidelines, when he was up in the front office, no mask. So, according to NFL rules, if you're unvaccinated in all of these spaces, you have to wear a mask. So not only did he say he had been inoculated or whatever word it is that he used, he behaved in a way that led the people around him to believe that they could trust him,
Right.
that he had been so vaccinated. I don't give a shit, honestly, if this guy kicks rocks, eats bird shit, or just falls off the planet. I don't give a fuck. But if you're gonna fucking lead your team,
Right.
be a fucking leader.
Yeah.
Pick a fucking lane, drive down the fucking road and say, this is where the fuck I'm at. Because that's what leaders do.
Yes.
They don't tell everybody they did some shit they didn't fucking do.
It's true.
That's not leadership. That's being a bad fucking player.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, that's unsportsmanlike conduct. So, the NFL fined the Packers $30,000, $300,000, and then fined Aaron Rodgers and somebody else.
Because there was another guy on the team who
Yep.
did it.
And it was at $140,000.
I'm not sure. I'm not positive on that.
It was either 140 or 14. Either way, it wasn't a fucking enough.
right.
But they did get fined for not doing the right thing. And I understand that the way that you reach these people is through their pocketbook. But motherfucker, if you are the quarterback of the team, you are the leader of the team, act like it.
Didn't he just sign that huge ass extension?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, just under 15,000 for both of the individual players. And when you've got a guy who's making millions of dollars a year, $15,000
is nothing
is what he spends on a lobster dinner.
for the lineman.
Yeah, come on.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Once again, fuck Aaron Rodgers.
Fuck Aaron Rodgers. Right in his silly face.
Right in his silly face. I hope more of the people that fucking sponsor him are like,
we're done.
yeah. Now I'm gonna say State Farm, they're not gonna do anything about it. They're just gonna be like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, they're sticking with him.
Yeah, which is fine. Like,
do your thing.
Yeah, I mean,
It's their business to do.
Yeah, I'm not running out there going, well, we need to fucking boycott such
State
and such.
Farm.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's just a matter of you're supposed to behave a certain kind of way, or fuck you.
Fuck you. Behave that way or fuck you.
Behave that way or fuck you.
These are the hot sheets. Best investigative reporting on the planet.
I mean, if one was to say, this is the best investigative reporting on the planet.
It's got to be because it said so in the disclaimer up front.
Fantastic. So with that, we start the hot sheets with The Mandalorian Season 4, reportedly greenlit with Gino Carano returning.
Lunar Girl, do you still have the wrench? We seem to have somebody in the chat that needs to be fucked right off. You must still have the wrench because
she has the wrench.
Yeah, it says that you still are in charge. Yeah, so how do you feel about Gina Carano coming back as Cara
I don't
Dune?
care. If she comes back, she comes back. I didn't care just as much as her leaving.
Yeah, clickety clank.
I don't care.
Like, bring her back, don't bring her back.
It doesn't bother me. Like, one way or another, my life keeps going.
Yeah, absolutely.
It does not bother me at all.
Yep.
Like, if they brought her back, if season 3 she's not back and it made sense to the story, cool. And then they're like, hey, we brought her back in season 4 and it makes sense to the story. Cool.
Fucking Jess. Jess always coming through in a pinch.
It's true.
It's true. You see what this bot said?
Yeah.
Lunar Girl.
She deleted them.
Oh, did she?
It
Oh,
says messages deleted. Message deleted.
Oh, great. So anyway, I hire her back, don't hire her back. I'm good with it.
Yeah. I mean, really, dude, explain it in the story however you will. And if it makes sense and it makes me like, oh, okay, cool. Then, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really didn't think too much of it into the first time.
I didn't really either. I know that there are some people that had some feelings about it, and I didn't think that their feelings were unjust. And I think that for the most part, time heals all wounds, and maybe we can all get along with it. I thought that the Cara Dune character was fantastic. And what she does in her own time is really kind of none of my business. So,
right.
You know, I mean, unless it's something absolutely atrocious, like Bill Cosby, like, kind of fuck Bill Cosby, you know,
right.
Drugging people and raping them, I can't get behind.
Right.
But even he got acquitted.
It's true.
They let him out of prison, so maybe I should shut my fucking mouth. What do I know?
What do you know, bitch?
Do you need to go do the mid-show business?
I mean, I can try.
Okay, here goes.
Hello, this is George Decay, reminding you, Don and Brady, for your mid-show pee break. Oh my, may I watch? Wang.
Yeah. All right. So while Brady's going out and doing that, next week we are going to get into Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Being that shortly thereafter, we're going to get to see Ghostbusters Afterlife. Now the following week, which will be, I believe, the 24th of November. Yeah, we will not have a show the 24th of November. So that is leading into the Thanksgiving time. I'm going to be down in sunny Florida, spending time with my beautiful daughter and her fiance. And so there'll be no showing. But we are super stoked about next week. Like, we're going to do it up. Ghostbusters is one of our favorite properties, both of us, from when we were young. It's kind of in that vein of like Back to the Future. Super important titles to us. And I mean, it's got all the best people in it. The only thing that I can think of that is right up there with that is probably like The Great Outdoors or something, you know, because John Candy and stuff. But it's going to be a super good time. So make sure that you're with us next week when we talk about the Ghostbusters. And I think that we might even try and pull in a little bit of chat about the cartoon, Saturday morning cartoon, Ghostbusters. It'd be hard not to at least discuss that a little bit. What do you think?
I think so.
He thinks so. So that's what's happening. So Ghostbusters 1 and 2 and a little bit of the cartoon.
But just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. But I mean, that's where you get all the Slimer.
It's true.
That it's really that cartoon is what endears you to Slimer. Yeah, slime. All right, here goes.
Nostalgia Inc. in downtown Jackson is your one-stop shop for comic books, graphic novels, tabletop games, supplies, and tons of other super nerdy stuff.
They have everything from your favorite superhero comics to all the latest manga and horror graphic novels.
Superman, Spider-Man, The Avengers, My Little Pony, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, My Hero Academia, Star Wars, and Batman are just a few of the familiar titles you will see while browsing through the store.
And don't forget to check out their back catalog.
And for all your tabletop needs, Nostalgia has the largest in-stock selection in the area of Dungeons & Dragons books, miniatures, and more. As well, they have the latest Magic the Gathering and Pokemon card game releases.
Store hours are currently 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
So come to downtown Jackson and get nostalgic at Nostalgia Inc. What's up, everybody? This is Big Lovin and Don DellaSnooch.
We wanted to take a minute to tell you how to get more from the Escape Pod experience.
Become a Patreon supporter and you will get lots of bonus content, including movie reviews, videos from Comic-Con, behind-the-scenes content, and more.
But even better, Patreon supporters get extra entries into the quarterly drawing for the Escape Crate.
The Escape Crate is full of great stuff like t-shirts, Funko Pops, stickers, mugs, and other random goodies.
The higher the membership level, the more entries per month you'll earn. You also can receive one entry per episode you share on social media.
So if you have a couple extra bucks, toss us some. We will use it for covering the cost of hosting the show, paying for booths at cons, and equipment upgrades.
Thanks for all the support, and now back to the show.
And we're back.
We're back. No Yoda.
No Yoda. Thank God. We can all breathe a sigh of relief. No fucking Yoda.
No fucking Yoda.
It wasn't necessary.
No, not at all.
Not this show. This show wasn't the proper show for a Yoda appearance.
Oh, jeez. I dropped it.
It's the worst. This is the worst. This is the worst fucking entrance ever. Oh my God, that was awful.
Did somebody say Yoda?
It's awful. Make it stop.
Say something, you will.
Make it stop, Lord God.
The rest of the show, Yoda's out.
Then you're doing the show by yourself.
I can't help it. I can't live without Yoda.
No, Chantel, don't yay the Yoda mask.
Yes, yay the Yoda.
Fuck the Yoda mask.
Yeah,
It's
see?
fucking
Chantel knows. Taunt him, she says. Taunt him with the Yoda.
moist.
Oh, Yoda makes her moist. Yoist. That's what happens when
You get yoist.
when Yoda comes around. All the chicks get
All the yoist.
yoist.
Oh. Oh, and then I got the finger.
Oh
That's
yeah.
so uncool. What did I? That hurts my feeling.
We're gonna start doing like on Sesame Street, and there's gonna be a word of the day. And today the word of the day is yoist.
Yes. Brought to you by the letter Yoda.
The letter Yoda.
It hurt. It hurts my feelings that she gave me the finger.
Yeah, the chat is angry.
Why are they all angry at me?
Shout out to GP Josh Gutierrez coming
Ghost
into the
Pepper
chat
up in
late,
the house,
but here.
but he's here.
Yeah, he's ready for the full Monty.
She loves me. Thank God.
Yeah, yeah.
That because that
She
hurt.
loves you.
That stung.
Mhm.
That was a harsh emoji middle finger.
Yeah.
It was very
Yoda had some point spots there on Dagobah. Some.
moist.
If you get
spots.
into the swamps of Dagobah, you get yoist.
You do get yoist.
Yeah. Yeah. You get yoisture in your boots.
You get all kinds of yoisture in your boots. You get yoisture in your pants. That's why it's best to not wear pants, so you don't have to worry about
Yeah.
the yoisture.
Because you can't give pantsless hugs if you're wearing pants.
Right. And Yoda gets scared of the pantsless hugs.
That's right. Whoa.
No pants you have.
Jeez.
Oh, what is going on?
What the fuck? That webcam thing is back. Literally calling for jerking off. Yep. That's great.
Dragon Buddy, more great ideas.
More great ideas. What the fuck, man? How do they even find this shit?
Fantastic.
That's why Lunar Girl has the wrench.
Hell yeah.
All
Glad
right.
you did that.
Yep. That's why she's in charge. as far as getting into our main topic, which is why we're here, not talking about Yoisture, the Eternals are an extraterrestrial race of humanoids appearing in an American comic book published by Marvel Comics.
It's true.
Dun,
It's
dun.
very true.
They're an offshoot of the evolutionary process that created sentient life on Earth.
Yes.
So kind of important when you look at it that way.
Well, kind of semi-important.
Yeah.
You know, the original instigators of this process, the alien celestials, intended the Eternals to be the defenders of Earth, which leads to the inevitably war against their destructive counterparts, the Deviants. The Eternals were created by Jack Kirby and made their first appearance in the Eternals #1 in July of 1976.
I got wrapped up in the chat. Fucking Zori Blissful says she's not opposed to jerking off.
Yeah, but it's not the time.
It's not the right
It's
time.
the escape pod time.
Yeah. In 1970, Jack Kirby left Marvel Comics to work at DC Comics, where he began a saga of the New Gods. Anybody who's read the New Gods, that's good stuff.
I haven't read it.
The New Gods was an epic story involving mythological and science fiction concepts, planned to have a definitive ending. However, the saga was left incomplete when it was canceled by DC. Kirby then began working on the Eternals when he returned to Marvel.
Hell yeah, he did. I bet DC's like, oh, we dropped the ball.
Definitely.
The Eternals saga was thematically similar to the New Gods, and the series was also eventually canceled without resolving many of its plots. Writers Roy Thomas and Mark Grinwald used the Eternals in a Thor storyline that concluded in Thor number 301, resolving these lingering plot lines.
Once again, Mark Grinwald comes up.
Yes.
Mark Grinwald seems to be involved in all of the best things.
Yeah. Whether he was the right man at the right time or lucky man at the luckiest times.
Yeah, or maybe things were great because he was involved.
Because yeah.
But he was definitely around all the great things. When the Celestials visited Earth 1 million years ago and performed genetic experiments on Earth's proto-humanity, they created two divergent races, the long-lived Eternals and the genetically unstable and monstrously grotesque Deviants.
Hell yeah, they are.
These experiments also led to the capacity of self-powered mutations in humans. They also performed this experiment on other planets, such as the Kree and the Skrull homeworld, with similar results.
Damn. I did not know that. Despite looking human, Eternals are much longer lived, but were not originally fully immortal, and that kept them from having much contact with their human cousins. Eternals have a low birth rate. They can interbreed with humans, but the result is always a normal human. Despite this, the Eternals have in general protected the human race, especially from the Deviants, with whom they have always had an enemy.
Yes. Long ago, a civil war broke out amongst the Eternals over whether to conquer the other races, with one faction led by Kronos and the other by his warlike brother Uranos. Kronos later prevailed, and Uranos was defeated, and his defeated faction left Earth. They journeyed to Uranus, where they built a colony. Some of Uranos' group soon tried to return to Earth to rekindle the war, but they were attacked by a passing Kree ship and forced to land on Saturn's moon, Titan.
Oh, shit.
This is where things start to get a little bit silly. Well, not silly, but it weaves a tapestry that we all become familiar with later.
Oh, nice. One day, Kronos' experiments in cosmic energy cause a catastrophic release of energy throughout the Eternal City, Titanos, destroying it, activating latent genes in the Eternals and disintegrating the scientist's body. The Eternals now found that they could channel large quantities of cosmic energy themselves, granting them near godlike power. The accident left Kronos in an immaterial state, so a new leader had to be chosen.
Fucking Jason is killing me in the chat with these girlfriend jokes. My ex-girlfriend owned a parakeet. Oh my God, that fucking thing would never shut up. The bird was cool though. Fuck. For the first time, the Eternals merged into a single being, the Unimind, to decide which of Kronos' sons, Zorus or Alaris, should be the new leader. Zorus was chosen by the Prime Eternal, and Alaris chose to leave Earth to avoid causing another civil war, and then journeyed to Titan.
While Zorus ruled, 3 new Eternal cities were built. The first was Olympia, located in the mountains of Greece, near the main portal between the Earth dimension and the Olympians' home dimension, which led many ancient Greeks to confuse some of the godlike Eternals with members of the Olympian pantheon.
Eventually, an agreement was reached with the gods, where some Eternals, such as Athena, would impersonate the Olympians before their worshippers. The other 2 Eternal cities were Pelora and Oceania in the Pacific.
18,000 years ago, the Celestials returned to Earth. The Deviants attacked them, but the Celestials counterattacked, resulting in the sinking of Mu and Atlantis, and much worldwide havoc. The Eternals helped rescue many humans. An Eternal named Valken was entrusted by the Celestials with an artifact of great power for safekeeping.
1,000 years ago, the Asgardian god Thor encountered some Eternals, but the encounter was erased from his mind to prevent him from learning about the Celestials, who were about to return to Earth. An Eternal named Ajax became the Celestial spokesperson and put himself to sleep when the Celestials left, to wait for their return 1,000 years later to judge humanity.
That's crazy. Crazy stuff.
It's crazy.
At some point, Thanos of the Eternals of Titan nearly destroyed their colony, but they rebuilt it and would help Earth's heroes to oppose him on several occasions.
Now that's kind of like the old backstory of these characters. There's a little bit going on in the modern era that I kind of wanted to bring up, but a lot of the modern era is retconned by this new movie.
Okay.
So it's, a lot of it was just not worth bringing up, because what happens is a lot of the backstory that we just went over kind of gets moved around in retcon, because you've seen the movie,
Right. Right.
So a lot of the stuff that happens in the modern age of the comics just never happens.
I gotcha.
In the
In
MCU version of the story.
Right.
In recent times, Icarus met the archaeologist Daniel Damian and his daughter Margot, and accompanied them into the old Eternal City in the Andes, where he awakened Ajax. Ajax began the process to receive the Celestials. These movements alerted the Deviants, who decided to attack New York and to provoke fear into the humans against the coming Celestials.
When the Celestials returned to judge the worthiness of their creations a few years ago, the Eternals found themselves clashing with the Deviants again and decided to publicly reveal their existence to humanity.
Sorry, mouse was in the wrong place. Zurus feared that what would happen if the Celestials judged unfavorably. They encountered Thor again and were attacked by Thor's father, Odin, and the Olympian gods, who tried to prevent their interfering with the gods' plan to attack the Celestials. Eventually, the Eternals decided to help the gods and formed the Unimind again to assist the Destroyer's assault on the Celestials.
The Unimind. They were forced to dissolve back into Eternals by the Celestials, and the shock of the attack killed Zorus. Before his spirit fully left the material plane, he instructed his daughter Athena to take his people to explore space. Since then, the Eternals have helped Earth's heroes, particularly Avengers, against several menaces. They also discovered the existence of the Titanium Eternals. Titanian Eternals. I said titanium.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
It is. They caught me off guard.
So the really interesting thing out of all that is these Eternals are actually related to Thanos. So all of this backstory is what ultimately led to Thanos, the Mad King of Titan, coming to fuck up everything in Endgame. So that being said, we are going to get into the spoilery part of the show. So if you don't want the Eternal spoiled for you, now is the time for you to fucking, nothing but knees and elbows.
Say, fuck you guys, I'm out.
Yeah.
Type it in the chat. Fuck you, I'm out.
Yeah, we won't even get upset if
Not
you
gonna
say
be
those
mad
words
about
to
it.
us.
Not going to be mad about it.
At all.
Hell no.
And before we do that, I want to give a shout out to the folks over there at sweetwater.com, where we bought all of this fine audio equipment from.
Sweet.
Those guys not only sold us the products that we wanted at a price that was right, they allowed us to buy it 24 months, same as cash.
Hell yeah.
And the guys followed up with us.
Right.
Once the stuff got here, they called and they said, hey, we see you guys got the stuff. Do you like it? Is it working good? Is everything the way you wanted it? I never get that from fucking Best Buy.
No, that's true.
And then we had to buy new arms for these mics because these mics are heavy.
Yeah, they are.
Compared to our old
Compared
mics.
to our old ones,
Yeah, these ones are heavy.
Monstrosities.
Like if somebody were to break into the studio and we just grabbed the mic arms, they don't stand a chance.
We could beat the life out of them.
I'm telling you. Same thing when I got the mic arms. They called. Are they there? Are you happy? Everything good? Yeah, dude. Thank you for, checking up.
That's awesome.
And the guys actually were like, you know what? We're going to check out your show.
That's pretty cool too.
Yeah, it's just what a fantastic fucking company.
They didn't get this far into the fucking show though.
No.
You should have done this way earlier.
Yeah, definitely. So anyway, shout out to the guys over at Sweetwater, and girls. Thanks for being an awesome company.
Yeah, hell yeah. And
we hope that other podcasters out there go that route too.
Do it.
It's a good company. They're competitive with any prices I've ever seen anywhere else. And Lunar Girl, are they the trolls?
Yes, they are.
Maybe.
They were trying to get us to do sexy stuff.
They could be the trolls. But I doubt it. Anyway, sweetwater.com. Check those guys out. They probably got whatever it is you're looking for.
It's true.
Jason is still coming with jokes. He's been at it for a while now. I don't know if they have webcams, Lunar Girl, but I hope so because we're going to be in the market for a new webcam after a while. So that being said, we went and saw the Eternals.
Marvel's The Eternals.
Yeah, Marvel's Eternals.
Hell yeah.
Marvel's.
The Eternals.
So what day did we go? Monday?
Yes.
Theater wasn't too busy. It was super early on a Monday.
3 other people in the theater. There was 2 people like 6 rows in front of us.
Yeah.
And then there was a guy like 2 rows, 3 rows in front of them off all the way to the left.
Now, if you like going to the movies, but you don't like going to the movies with a bunch of people, now is the time you should be going to the movies.
This is 100% truth.
COVID has made it such that very few people are in the theater. So now is the time. Go to the movies. Get yourself some popcorn. Unless you're Aaron, and Aaron says that shit is uneventful and tastes like
Crap.
yeah. So
Just not good. He doesn't like it.
Sorry about that, Aaron.
Sorry, dude. You're wrong though.
Josh Gutierrez wants us to plug his OnlyFans page.
Oh yeah. Check it out. It's got some good stuff
Yeah.
on there. I was actually really shocked.
Yeah.
Like he's really limber.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to be that limber, but he is super limber.
Yeah. I think that you can do lots of stuff if you're wearing Spartan gear that guys just shouldn't do.
I was impressed. I'm not even gonna front.
Yeah. Either way, Ghost Pepper at onlyfans.com. www.ballsdeep #eatmyshorts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's good.
Yep.
It's good stuff.
Yep, there's that. So check that out.
Balls deep in my shorts.
It's a really short web page. It shouldn't take you long to get through.
But it's girthy. It is very girthy.
It is girthy.
It is very much a tuna can.
So what was your initial expectations of Eternals when we went to the theater?
From beginning to end, I had fun.
Yeah.
It felt like a Marvel movie, but it felt like a different kind of Marvel movie, and I have yet to find the words to explain how it felt like a different Marvel movie.
It was different.
But it still felt like a Marvel movie.
Yeah, like it had the same formula, but the style of the story was its own thing.
I felt like we were in the Marvel's world. We were talking about Marvel stuff, but I wasn't seeing people I personally was familiar with.
Right.
But I knew I was still in that world.
Yep. It wasn't like, here's a cast of people you recognize. Like it was its own thing.
Yeah,
for sure.
One of the things off my initial viewing was I was really happy is Angelina Jolie didn't steal from anything.
No.
Like I was really worried I really thought she was a bigger character than she was. And she didn't detract or take away from the movie. She
was quite often not the biggest person on the screen.
Yeah.
She was always the most famous.
Yes.
But she was not the biggest person on the screen.
Yep.
Almost all the time.
And I appreciated that very much so.
Yep.
Very much so.
Almost as if it was a like a skill. Like acting skill to be not as big as you could be and let somebody else like kind of chew the scenery while you just exist in a space. Like it was relatively impressive. I had almost no expectations for this movie, and I kind of kept it that way on purpose because I did that with Guardians, where everybody was like, hey, Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm like, really, a fucking talking raccoon and a walking tree? Seriously? And that was the extent of what I knew about it.
You knew more than I did.
See, I was like, well, I guess I'm going to show up and I'm going to let Marvel entertain me. So far, and what are we, 12 years into Marvel movies?
Yeah, close to 12, because 2010.
They haven't let me down once.
No, not yet.
There's been some movies that I didn't particularly glom onto. The First Avenger, Captain America, the First Avenger, not my favorite movie. I've seen it a bunch of times. The first time I watched it, it was kind of what's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't lost on me. It just didn't move me much.
Okay.
But it was also, I watched it at a drive-in and it wasn't quite dark yet. And that was the first movie. So I wasn't entirely sure what was going on most of the time anyway. Have you ever experienced that? You go see a drive-in movie like in midsummer and they start the first movie at like 7. So it's not until you're in the last 15 minutes of the movie that it's dark enough you can see the whole screen.
No, I have not experienced that.
It's not ideal. And then maybe Iron Man 2.
Eric said personally he thought there was a little too much monologue during some of the scenes, but maybe that was because they were introducing us to new characters.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. We had to pick up on a lot of people because they were not characters that a lot of people were familiar with at all.
There was a segment. Jeez, I'm getting hoarse. There was a segment that was like the kind of the montage. We're getting the band back together. Part of the movie that went on for a while.
No, here's the thing. It went on and I was like, cool. And then I was like, oh, wait, we're not fucking done yet.
Right.
We
this
still
is
got
a
to
big
pick
team.
up. Yeah, we still got to pick up a few more people.
Yep. And while I enjoyed all of it, they really were introducing entire characters and giving them some backstory and some feel as you're going on.
Yeah.
And like the story part of it was thick.
Right. Oh yeah, it for sure was. But you had all these characters like we're talking about, and you're throwing them all together where like the Avenger movies, you had Thor, you had Captain America, you had Iron Man, you had these 3 separate movies, you had these different characters, and we're bringing them all together here.
Yeah. It kind of suffered from what the DC universe did when they did the Justice League, and they thought that they were going to make movies about all those characters from there. You spend so much time in the Justice League figuring out who everybody is that by the time shit starts to go down, you're like, well, I'll never get that 40 minutes back.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of this in it, although it is done better than DC did it. And I think that's really all the criticism that I've seen about this movie is centered around that. It's got a little bit of slow meat and potato stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
But it all pays off.
100%.
You know, by the time the story starts to build up to its climax, all of it's worthwhile.
Yeah.
Especially when you get into some of the minutia of the, I don't want to say double cross, but there's some things that happen, you know, some character stuff that's happening towards the end. And if you hadn't have taken the time getting to know the motivations of the individual characters, that shit just would have fell flat.
Yeah, it would have fell really flat.
And I think the way that they did it, it all landed. You knew why people were acting the way that they were acting. And I appreciate that. It's good storytelling.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else is there? Is there any characters that you thought were extra special or maybe you could have lived without?
No, not really. I enjoyed all the different characters.
Yeah.
I thought they all served their purpose. I enjoyed. I can't sit there and be like, oh, yay, they're back on screen.
Right.
You know, I never had any of those moments. No, not at all, man. I enjoyed all the characters.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know why I'm typing this. Good night, Amanda. Thanks for coming by.
Good night.
I'm trying to think. I in general, I think that I enjoyed all the characters for what they were. Gosh, my nose is being a jerk. The one guy was a little bit like Homelander, I thought.
Icarus.
Yeah.
That's so funny you said that because I was thinking the same thing. I think it was his haircut.
It might have been. And
and his flying and the glowing and the firing shit out of his eyes.
I wonder if when they created Homelander, the people who created him were familiar with the Eternal storyline And so they had borrowed bits and pieces, which is why it's really a reflection of the art that it came from.
I mean, yeah, that's possible.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I think. But a really good character. Like everybody was just really well fleshed out. Sorry about that, guys. I'm really starting to get hoarse.
You know what my complaint was, and I don't know if people who saw this, there was a point, and I can't remember flat out that point, but there was a point when I remember you brought up the cross, the double cross, and I was like, yep, I had it figured out.
Oh yeah, they telegraphed that.
Did they? Okay, I didn't know if they did.
I don't know if they intentionally telegraphed it, but it was in there. It was in there, and I mean they called attention to it a couple of times. So when it happened, you didn't go, well, why'd that happen? You knew why it was fucking happening.
Yeah.
So as far as that goes, I don't know if maybe they just spelled it out a little bit too much, or if they really did telegraph the whole thing and you were just like, well, could have wrote that a little better. And from looking at the backstory, like we did earlier, that backstory didn't tell us much about what was happening in this movie, which is why I think nobody really knew what was happening in this movie.
It's true. It's true.
You know, there wasn't no massive leaks where they were like, this is going to happen and this is going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, geez. Why don't you talk for a second? I got to go blow my nose.
I don't know what to talk about.
Just talk.
I hate it when you fucking do this to me.
How often does it ever happen?
A lot more than you fucking think.
One time in 85 episodes.
One time in 85 episodes, my fucking ass. I'm going to make him cut all this shit out. Did you guys hear that? He's just going crazy on his schnauzer. Just fucking really getting in there, getting greasy and getting grimy. I hate it when he does this. Don't you fucking my goodness me. Get your ass over here, sit the fuck down, and you host this show like God intended.
I'm not cutting any of this out.
I don't care. I don't figure you would.
I gotta figure out how to do that.
Just push it forward.
Well, then it swings back.
Weak sauce.
It's because I got to re-bracket this.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
We're still figuring it all out. We're new.
We're new. We're new.
So we got quite a bit of Angelina Jolie. And like we had said, she kind of fits in as
she doesn't take over. And
Yep.
I really, really appreciated that.
What's his face? The Indian dude. Gosh, what was his name?
The servant?
No, the other guy. The guy that's plays the actor guy.
Karam?
Sure.
I think it's
I'm more talking about the guy who acted as him. What's his name? Kamal?
I'm not sure.
Kamal Nanjiani?
Sounds right.
I think that's right. His character was far more in the forefront than Angelina Jolie's.
I would agree with that.
He did a lot of scenery chewing for sure.
Yeah.
And not bad.
No, not at all.
Super fun watching him just do the things he does. And the guy that he's got traveling with him was fucking funny.
That dude's name, I think, is supposed to be pronounced Karen.
Okay. Karen?
Yeah. Hilarious.
Yeah, really
That
funny.
was one of the funniest parts of the whole movie.
Yep.
I really enjoyed that guy a lot. How many cameras did you bring? Oh, God, I love that guy.
And this stuff where he's like, thank you, guys.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, geez, this guy is just fucking ridiculous.
I loved him, dude. I absolutely love that guy.
Yep.
He was like old boy in Shang-Chi.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, I had that. I was like, oh, I'm so happy this guy's here.
All right. I'm going to read this question from Backyard TARDIS. See if we can answer it. someone who knows the Eternals in comics and doesn't like them, and also knew the Guardians of the Galaxy and didn't like them in the comics or the MCU, do you think this movie will do anything for me? I think that if everything that you just said is true, you should probably catch it on the streaming services when it hits.
Yeah, it's not going to do it for you then.
And I'm not entirely sure that if you don't see this, that you won't be able to keep up with the MCU.
No, I don't. So far, they didn't make it feel like you have to watch this to know what's going on after this.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Like, but then again, you know, we don't know what's coming.
Unless they show like a picture from space showing the Earth, and you're like, oh, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. Now it's very possible that the big bad of the next phase of the MCU will be when the Celestials come back to judge the human race.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just don't know. That's just pure fucking speculation. But I would say that if you are less than lukewarm on the Eternals, I don't think that you're going to get an experience that's going to turn you around on the Eternals.
I would agree with that. You're not going to be like, I was wrong.
Right.
This is the superhero group for me.
Yep. Now, do I think that if you decide to go watch this movie, you're not going to be entertained? Absolutely, you're going to be entertained. This is an entertaining movie.
Yes.
I don't. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the character development. I enjoyed the plot of the movie, and I enjoyed where the movie went. I will not stand up on a chair in front of everybody and say, this is the best fucking Marvel movie I ever saw.
I still think Infinity War and Endgame are hands down far and above this movie.
And to be perfectly honest with you, the existence of those movies makes it really hard for any other movies to wow, so to speak. I enjoyed this movie more than I enjoyed Shang-Chi. And I like Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah. Shang-Chi was Shang-Chi was a good time.
The thing that I think this movie lacks that Shang-Chi had was like the train fight scene that was super intense fighting and fun to watch, kind of like Daredevil was. This movie does not have the giant CG mess that the end of Shang-Chi was.
Yeah, there was a lot of CG in the end of Shang-Chi.
This has CG, but it's not a mess.
No.
There's never a time when you're like, oh, geez, I wish they hadn't done so much.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with those sentiments.
I really feel like they learned some things when they shot this, where they were like, you know what? We want to do this big thing, but maybe we'll bring it in just a little bit.
Just a wee bit.
Yep. Yeah, see, now Backyard Tartar, Shang-Chi is now at the top end of his rankings. Maybe one of his favorite standalone hero movies.
Oh, nice.
I don't agree or disagree with that sentiment. I think that's just fine. I think that it was right up there with Black Panther.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Except Black Panther had a cleaner, it stuck the landing better.
Fair enough.
I think that Shang-Chi could have used another month of CGI cleanup.
Yeah, especially towards the end. Yeah. Yeah.
And I've said this on multiple occasions. And again, belaboring the point with Venom, like sometimes just panning out and getting a wider shot of the thing that's happening is better than being right there in the fucking craziness.
All up in it. Yeah. Yeah.
And Venom, of course, like I said, fell into that trap too, where it just tried to do a little bit too much, too close, and then you end up with a little visual garbage.
Yeah.
And I just think that dragon was better than rhinos. What? Was there rhinos somewhere? Backyard TARDIS. Where was there rhinos? Fill me in. Now going back to the Eternals. One of the things that we get a lot of is the Celestials. This is the first time we really get a look at what the Celestials are, and we get a real feel for the magnitude of what they are.
Yeah. Right.
And I mean, I don't want to ruin one of the main plot points, but they're big.
Yeah, they're huge.
They're real big.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't remember the rhinos in Black Panther.
I remember the rhinos in the second one more so. Or in yeah. I remember the rhinos. I know what he's talking about. They just looked kind of CGI.
Oh, yeah. When all of the royal guard were like riding on the fucking rhinos. Yeah, I do remember that. All right, I digress.
And during the fight with Killmonger towards the end, when they were outside of their out that cave thing, whatever that.
I don't know that I agree with you though. I think that the dragon was messier, especially with all the water that was flying around.
The rhinos look kind of bad though.
They did. They did. I'll give you that the rhinos look pretty bad. Anyway, there's none of that in this movie. There was never a time when I was like, well, that CG don't look good.
Right.
There was never anything that made me go, that was a bad decision.
Right.
I probably shouldn't talk about the end credit scenes. There's 2 end credit scenes.
Yes, one in the middle, one at the very end.
One at the very end. The one at the very end is pretty confusing if you don't have like super deep Marvel roots.
Right.
I had to look it up. I have heard a few like Marvel proto nerds bitch about that character's existence in the MCU, and most of us who don't know anything about the character are not going to give a shit. So carry on, I guess.
Yeah.
But I have heard some proto bitching.
Yeah, well,
you're going to get that.
Exactly. What are you going to do?
Definitely. What else? You think there's anything else that we need to get into before we really get into like rating what we thought we saw?
Not really. I mean, I feel like we're spoiling stuff, but we're not spoiling stuff, and I'm good with that. Yeah. And I really want people to see it. I enjoyed it.
It's good. Go see it.
It's good.
Unless you're backyard TARDIS, then maybe wait.
Maybe wait if you're backyard TARDIS. But the rest of you, go see it.
But except he's out in California.
Except for that one dude. Time. Except for that one dude.
One guy.
Of all the listeners, there's that one dude. You know who you are. Don't go see it. And if you think you're that guy, you're wrong. There's only one dude we're talking to who doesn't need to go see this.
Zori says, hope Don isn't coming down with any cooties. What happened was I got a nasty cold about 2.5 weeks ago.
Yep.
And we did talk about it. But this last week, my mom encountered somebody else who gave her some kind of fucked up cold at work.
Yep.
And it very well may be the same cold. It is not doing nearly the same damage to me, but I am a little stuffy itchy right here. Have been for a couple days.
Luna Girl says you need a hot toddy and 6 hours of sleep.
Oh, 6 hours of sleep. I'm actually probably going to get closer to 8 hours of sleep today.
You need it. You need it. You look like shit.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel like shit.
Well, you look it.
In a really positive way.
Well, I wasn't going to be so positive with it.
Yeah. So there's that.
Well, 50-50.
At least I'm,
looking like shit.
looking like shit. But I'm here, so whatever that means. So, on a scale of 1 to 5 Celestials, as Salty Nerd would say, what do you rate this movie?
3.5 Celestials.
3.5 Celestials. I think that's fucking good.
Yeah.
I think that's good. I'm gonna go with a solid 3.5 Eternals.
But we're rating on Celestials.
You're
can't-
rating on Celestials.
Bullshit, bitch. If I'm rating on Eternals, it's a whole different rating.
All right. What would you rate it if it was in Eternals?
3.25.
3.25. Jeez. Feel like I'm on Star Search. 3.25
3.25 stars. Don DellaSnooch says.
Okay. Out of Celestials, I'm gonna say it's a 3.75 Celestials.
Okay. Out of Eternals,
3.5.
so you're slightly above me in your rankings.
Just slightly above.
Just a quarter above in each ranking.
I'm shorter, but my rankings are a little taller.
a little bit. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
It was
That's how I
good.
feel.
It was good stuff though.
It's a fucking good movie. Go
It's a
watch
Marvel
it.
movie. If you're a fan of Marvel movies,
Yeah.
you're gonna enjoy this movie.
There's if you have not seen a Marvel movie that you were like, yeah, I like that. This is gonna be
yes,
every bit that. You're gonna like it.
Yes.
It might not be, it's not gonna rank in your top fucking 4,
No, not at all.
but it is good.
Or maybe it is. I don't know.
I don't think you'd have to be a pretty dry story driven person.
Yeah, but you were like, this is new hotness. I knew nothing about the Eternals. I'm all about this shit. What?
If you're a middle school librarian,
Maybe.
this is going to be the best movie you ever saw.
Oh shit! What up, for my middle school librarians?
And that's hot.
Hot.
It's hot. It's hot.
Burning down the house.
It's a really fucking good movie, and I feel like we're underselling it because we're out of an abundance of not wanting to oversell it.
It's true.
But
very
it's
true.
It's I mean, I would, if anybody came up to me and said, "Should I go see Celestials?"
You mean Eternals?
Eternals, I'm gonna say yes. Except for
Backyard TARDIS.
who I feel like will enjoy it better sitting on his couch at home.
I agree with that.
A lot of it is really, I'm thinking, all right, so let's look at it this way. Is it available on Disney Plus for like the
No.
$30?
No,
So it's only at the theater.
only at the theater.
Is it going to come out on Disney Plus later for like $30?
No, I think it's just going to release.
Okay. So yeah, wait for it to hit Disney Plus then.
Yeah. Good call.
If it was $30 to rent it from Disney Plus and you had, let's say, a family of 4, I would say stay home and watch it. But if, like in our case, like you and me both went to the movies and we got some popcorn and sodas, we might have spent $30. Go to the fucking movies. See it
Right.
on the biggest screen you can.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
The Celestials are fucking huge. Go
They're
see
cool.
it on a giant fucking movie. That's another thing we didn't talk about. This
The
movie
deviants.
is full of practical effects, and it is shot on location most of the time.
Hell yeah.
It is gorgeous.
Oh yeah. It's real gorgeous.
There is not a scene in this movie where you're like, I don't know, that doesn't look very good. Like they win places. You know, it's like watching Star Wars where you're like, oh shit, the fucking background is gorgeous.
Yeah. It was good stuff.
You know, you can feel however you want about the sequel trilogy. You can't say that it was not visually stunning because they went places.
Hell
to
yeah, they
shoot that
did.
shit.
Hell yeah, they did.
And this movie is the same way. Practical effects and on set or on location sets. It's pretty to look at. The acting is good. The story is good. The delivery good. It's a little bit methodical in the middle. I hate to say slow because I don't know that it was slow, but it was definitely methodical. There was a lot of shit that they had to teach you about these characters.
Yeah.
We get that off of there. I forgot I left that under. All in all, we're talking 3.5 or better out of Eternal Celestials.
Now they're one?
Yeah.
Now what do I got to vote on Eternal Celestials?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, Zori's calling it out. I need a nice shot of moonshine.
Hell yeah.
I need to put a shot of moonshine in my neti pot and just blow that through half of my brain.
That's fucking gross.
Could you?
Oh, God, that would burn so bad.
It would be like setting your fucking brain on fire.
Oh,
Don't do that. Don't fucking do that.
ridiculous.
I'm going to wait. If they had it on Disney Plus for $30, I would, because I have a family of 16.
Oh,
Truth.
that would, yeah, I would definitely do that.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and wait for Disney Plus, unless you can steal yourself away for like a afternoon. Like if you have an appointment that cancels and you're like, I got nothing to do, go watch the Eternals by yourself and just suck it all in. I do 100% recommend you find the biggest fucking screen you can find and watch this movie.
Yeah.
But do not expect everything to explode.
No, because that doesn't happen.
No, do not expect Tony Stark to swoop in and, give somebody some kind of super suit. It's not happening here.
No, it's not.
It's not that kind of a movie. But it is a good fucking movie.
What you get, what you see is what you get.
Yeah. And if we oversold it,
that's what we do sometimes.
yeah, I
guess.
I
don't think we did.
We
though.
undersold this movie.
I think so.
I mean, we did it on purpose, but we undersold this movie.
It's fair enough. That's how we can do it.
I'm going to go
done.
see it again with my wife here in a day or two.
Oh, in a day or two. I won't be there because I wasn't invited.
Well, it's because you're not my wife.
No, and I'm not a friend, apparently.
But, if I'm going to go pay the theater to see it twice, it's not a bad movie.
No, it's true.
That being said.
Yes.
Do you have anything else to add?
No, man.
I think we're ready.
Everybody but Backyard Tardis go see this in theaters.
Yep, definitely. And I don't know what happened to Chantel, but she went and saw this too, and she was also in the camp of she enjoyed it very much.
Good. Fucking better.
She's probably fighting with Taco Bell and DoorDash.
Well, sometimes you gotta get at them.
They got a backstory. They got a history. It's violent. It's gross. Everybody make sure that you like this video. I see that people have been watching this video, but we can't see how many people have liked it. Smash that like button as much as you possibly can. Give us some kind of review, 5-star, no star, or any star on iTunes or anywhere else. Make sure that you screenshot it and you send it to us. Because if you don't, we can't guarantee that we're going to see it. Brady will read it live on the show.
Hell yeah, I will.
Especially if it's got naughty words in it. That's what
Oh,
Brady
that's
likes
the best.
Make sure that you subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on social media and interact with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We've just recruited our good friend Lunar Girl to help us expand our social media frequency. It's not so much that we won't be interacting, but we wanted to get to where we're in that constant contact.
Yeah.
And so she's helping us span the gap on some of our time.
And we appreciate that, Lunar
Yep.
Girl. Thank you very much.
Make sure that you're here next week. We are going to talk about all kinds of Ghostbustery things.
It's going to get slimy.
And I mean, me and Brady and almost 90% of the people that listen to our show are fans of that movie.
Yeah.
So we're going to get sweaty. It's going to be fun. And I can't wait.
You know who I want to bring on the show for that?
Huh.
Dragon Buddy.
Dragon Buddy? I bet you money Dragon Buddy would love to be on the show to
I
talk
think Dragon Buddy
Ghostbusters.
should come on the show and do Ghostbuster
All right.
talk.
Well, maybe we should ask Dragon Buddy.
Dragon Buddy, do you want to come on the show and do Ghostbuster talk?
You want to come play with us, Dragon Buddy?
Bring your toys. We'll have a good time.
I think so. Brady, can you tell these guys where they can find you?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at lowercase o 0 capital BIG underscore capital LOVIN 0 lowercase o. And once again, that's on Instagram and Twitter.
Nice.
Don, tell these fine, fabulous people where they can find you.
They can find me, as always, at Jetfire1979 on Twitter. And I'm DellaSnooch on Instagram. That looks like Dragon Buddy says he's going to be here. He's ready.
Hell yes. I fucking love it.
These are good things.
These are real good things.
You
And we're
can
doing both of them, right? 1 and 2?
1 and 2 and some of the cartoons.
And some of the cartoons.
We're just gonna
So be preparation H. Put
we're
it
gonna
all over.
talk about the cartoons as being a thing.
That's fine. I might have to brush up on a little bit of
Yeah,
that.
me too. I bet you I haven't seen a Ghostbusters cartoon in 30 years.
Yeah, it's been since they were originally on fucking TV.
Yeah. But
It's
I
been a long
guarantee you
time.
they're on YouTube because
Oh, yeah,
everything
they
else is.
Hell yeah, they are.
I ended up watching almost all of the original Transformers cartoon before they came out, I believe, on Amazon Prime, on YouTube, like because people had uploaded all the episodes.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Anyway, you can find us and other great podcasts on red5network.com. And you should go there tonight and see what's out there because there's things that are out there.
Hell the fuck yes. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.
May the force be with you.
And go blue.
Go blue.
I want to tell you that normally I would have to pee.
Uh-huh.
But since we peed and it feels like it was like 2 minutes ago,
Yeah.
I don't have to pee.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry.
This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.